So today's therapy tip for men is prepare for relapse. Anytime you're making progress, you're moving forward, you're going to fall back. 2 steps forwards, 1 step back. That's the saying, and it's also backed up by the research. The stages of change, one of those stages is relapse. So don't feel demoralized, don't feel like you're not making progress, don't feel like this is never going to work out. In fact, if you're working well and if you're making progress, that's when relapse shows up. So when you see a relapse, see it as a sign of progress. I know that sounds upside down backwards, but actually that's usually what's happening. You're changing a habit, you're changing a behavior. As you do that, there will be a regress back to the old behavior, the old way of being, old relationship, whatever it is you're trying to move forward from. It's not a sign of failure, it's a sign of success. If you're not making a progress, if you're not having successes and changing, you're not going to have a relapse because there'll be nothing to relapse from. So that progress guarantees that there will be a relapse at some point. So when you have your relapse, just see it, this is just another part of the stages of change. That means I'm making progress and get back on the wagon and continue to march forward. As you get more and more comfortable in the new behavior, there'll be less likelihood of relapsing. You'll have less appeal to relapse, and there'll be less security or familiarity with the old behavior. As the new one becomes established, you'll feel secure, confident, and comfortable in that behavior. When you begin to transition from an old pattern to a new one, there's always a period usually of discomfort, awkwardness, unfamiliarity, confusion. So it's kind of upside down. But actually, initially, as you make progress, you have to break through that transition period. And as we know, change and transition, that feeling of uncertainty, instability, is not particularly pleasant for anyone. So continue to move forward. Know that you're on the right path, especially if you relapse. Just get back on and keep going. So keep that in mind. Next time you have a relapse, it's not a sign of failure, it's a sign of progress. Thanks for listening.